time to go back to school is upon us once again. Be sure to get your voodoo dolls and forget your pens and pencils at home. The new year at Evil Academy is here, dude. The story revolves around the #1 honor student of Evil Academy and son of the Overlord Dean Mao.
You're the heir to the Netherworld, the one and only son of the Overlord, Dean of Evil Academy? Why would you want to be a hero, dude?
His goal is to defeat his father for revenge.
That man, my father, trampled and crushed my precious game system and all of my games!
Huh? What's the big deal about that?
What's the big deal? I spent 4 million hours on it, and all that data was destroyed! That's unforgivable! I mean, what kind of parent does that? He has no right to complain if I defeat him!
To achieve this, he enslaves Almaz, a hero from the human world, and steals his title. From there, well, I won't spoil.
I've already become a hero.
Huh? No way!
Look closely at my title.
Oh, you're right. It says hero. But how?
To make becoming a hero quick and painless, I took the liberty of stealing your title and opening my heart to it. Look at yourself more carefully. As of today, you've joined the demons. You're my slave.
Like the other two Disgaea games, the plot is lighthearted and filled with humor and many references to various animes and games, as well as the one it takes place in. If you are a fan of the series, the plot is more like the one from the first game than the second, complete with the usual humor you'd expect. For people who have no idea what these games are, go in expecting to laugh and to be entertained. Nothing deep or thought-provoking will happen, but the plot will keep you thoroughly entertained throughout.
You're awfully kind to the customers who are playing this for the first time.
Hey, it's me, Almaz, the superhero who's come to punish the Overlord.
You lost pretty easily for a superhero.
You might think so, but the true battle begins now! When a hero's in danger, they unleash their true powers!
Well, that's convenient.
Though normally calm, Almaz the hero's anger rises to defeat the evil Mao. Everyone, lend me a bit of your courage!
Don't say that!
Next time on Nether Hero Almaz Z! Final episode, the end of Mao. It'll go on for just a little longer.
I won't accept an ending like that! I'll even start a petition!
This section will be short. The music fits the scenes well, while the voice acting brings the characters to life. Each character is done very well. Sound gets an A+.
What did you say?
Okay, I churro. All these Devato brothers will show you badness on a grand scale, Wiggle.
Ha! What could you possibly do?
Muchachos!
It's the same thing! Is that the only thing you brothers can do?
Probably the thing people complain about the most. For those of you who are fans of the series, you already know Disgaea games have a certain style, and this is it. That being said, the environments, backgrounds, and menus are much clearer in this installment. And in a game that has a lot of text and numbers to read, having clear HD font is wonderful. The games have never had up-to-date graphics, and honestly, that's part of their charm. This seems to be a love it or hate it kind of thing, so that's it really. Turn-based strategy RPG game in its most refined form. Simple to learn and hard to master with an enormous amount of options for building a party. The general flow of the game is done through chapters and stages. You start in your base, where you have all the facilities you need. Shops, healing, item world, and classroom NPCs. After getting what you need done, you head over to the gate and select the map you want to go to. From there, you deploy your units, move them around, select your attacks, end your turn, and there you go. This is just the most basic overview, however. Taking a deeper look into this game will reveal one of the deepest games you could find. A quick list of some of the features in this game are as follows. Geo-blocks and panels, rare and legendary items, leveling items in the item world, boosting characters in class world, huge post-game content, classrooms and clubs, magic change, evil bees, lifting and throwing, new game plus, and finally, a max level of 9,999. This is just a short list, and contained with each one of those categories is a large amount of details as to how they each work and the best way to use them. Don't worry. If you are new to the series, most of these will only come into play if you want them to. It is easy to beat the main story without having to worry about how to get a character over level 100. There is plenty to explore if you decide you want more Disgaea after clearing the story, though. With that out of the way, let's look at the game basics in a little more detail. The biggest change between Disgaea 3 and the other two is how you learn special attacks. You no longer have weapon mastery levels. Instead, you have evil bees. Each character has a set skill they can learn by buying them with mana. Mana is earned by simply killing stuff. From there, you can spend more mana to strengthen them. Along with this, you have to equip which specials you want, allowing you to get rid of the ones you don't need anymore and organize the list how you want. In battle, you are still able to create combos by attacking the same target with multiple characters. Only now, certain attacks will join together to form a new combined attack. Some look cool, while others look just plain silly, but all of them hurt a lot more than with just a normal combo. Now we come to where most of the strategy comes into play: geo-puzzles. These colored blocks and floors create a huge array of effects, both positive and negative. If a block is on one of these color panels, then every single panel of that color will have the effect of that block. If a person is standing on the block, they will get that effect from it, even if it isn't on a colored panel. These effects also stack. Apart from how these panels would affect unit placement, there are also ways to work around them. First, you can simply throw the block off the panel, or you can kill it. When you kill it, if the block color doesn't match the panel color, this is what happens. The puzzles start off simple and slowly work their way up to becoming harder as the game goes on.
Be seated.
Finally, we arrive at the last major part of the gameplay, the classroom. Here is where you manage your party. Create new characters, delete unwanted ones, use the homeroom for a variety of effects, and place people into clubs. The first two parts are pretty self-explanatory, but the homeroom needs some going over quickly. It's the game's version of the Dark Senate. You select what you want, in this case a new club, then go to the homeroom. Here, these NPCs vote on your suggestion. If it passes, you get what you wanted. If it doesn't, you don't. There are ways to influence the outcome of the vote, mainly bribing. Do it enough, and eventually it will be hard for you to find a time when your vote won't pass. To wrap up this look at the game system, we have school clubs. Clubs are used for a large range of effects. Some allow you to gain experience from the person sitting next to you, while others increase how high you can jump in your base. Used well, the clubs make your life a lot easier, such as letting weak characters get experience and mana without actually having to fight. One last note before the conclusion. The game features little to no load time. It loads once when you first turn it on and then runs smoothly until you turn it off again. So, to wrap this all up, if you like strategy RPGs, then you'll definitely want to check this game out. If you aren't, I would suggest at least renting and checking it out. You'll have a hard time finding a game with more to do and allowing so much customization. Who knows? You might really enjoy it, dude.